Welcome back to the Please Don't Sue Us podcast. So we wanted to touch on, I wanted to just ask Corey here what he thought of this whole Kaepernick thing, because I know
I'm
Corey
the only
is a
49er fan that he knows.
I had to ask him what he thinks. I don't even think he's that good of a player, is he? Like, I don't know shit about football. I'm not going to pretend I do. But
I am the only person I know that has stood behind the Alex Smith the entire time he's been on the team. Said they should not have traded him.
Who'd they trade him for?
Well, I think they got a couple picks for him.
Oh.
I don't think they released him. But they get rid of him because Kaepernick's going to be the future. I said no, he's not. And he's proven it time and time again. As soon as there was nobody behind him, he wasn't a quarterback anymore.
Kind of like the whole Pepper Randy Moss thing.
The team fell apart because he's not a leader. Alex was. Now he's like, well, nobody's talking about me because I'm nothing. I'm gonna sit and disrespect all the men and women and the country who has let him flourish to be a millionaire. $19 million a year he makes, and he's gonna sit out because he doesn't want to show any respect for a country who oppresses people who are not oppressed. Because he's one of the people supposedly that are oppressed, even though he makes $19 million a year. Does that mean I'm oppressed because I don't make $19 million a year?
Now, I want to make something clear here, too. I think a lot of black people get the shit end of things, but let me say that I don't think that rich anybody get the shit end of fucking anything. That's the difference. Right. It's the haves and the have-nots. If, like, when Beyonce gets on Twitter and says things like, acts like she's part of the Black Lives Matter movement, I think, just fuck you. You know what? As I understand it, your dad was pretty fucking well off before Destiny's Child. You know, you have never had to struggle. Whatever, what you call the struggle, like, I hear people use that word. I don't know if that's just a reference to being black or something, but to me it's about being poor. Or just
there's just as many poor people.
Yeah, like, cause that's really what it's about, man. It's about being poor and getting shit on by people with more.
Right.
It doesn't really. What they love you to believe is that it's about black and white and Asian and Mexican and whatnot.
And that's
because
all
that keeps everybody fighting with each other instead of actually doing something about it.
About the government.
That's what really pissed me off about. Like, look, I defend the man's right to protest. You are an American. You have the right to protest. But if you were really upset about something, why didn't you go picket? Why didn't you go protest? Why didn't you actually do something constructive with your time instead of just sit down? Because I think you were fucking tired. That's what I think, Kaepernick. I think you were just fucking tired. And you didn't want to stand up. But you got caught. And then you had to make up some stupid fucking excuse.
I think that it's kind of bullshit how he's just like, well, I'm just going to sit down during this national anthem. I mean, we are a great country. That's all. I mean, he has the freedom to do that because this is a great country. Everybody has the freedom to do any religion you want, and you're not going to be executed in the street or stoned to death for it. That's a great country. Mm-hmm. And I support everybody's right for free religion, freedom of speech. Yep, but I also have the right to think you're a complete fucking asshole.
Yeah, for how you do it.
For disrespecting the country that lets you do all that. I mean, if he wanted to do something like, I just don't think he believed in the bullshit. Do something. If you think that do something. You are in a position financially to do something about it.
He makes $19 million.
You're not playing football. What? You're sitting on the bench. Don't show up to the game. Take your $19 million and go out there, be active in your community, and change things for the positive.
Just stirring up the pot is what he's doing. You know what? Did you see that video that was circulating around the Brooklyn?
Because you're going to get a bunch of people who are patriots going, that's bullshit. Yeah. And then a bunch of other people who are going to go, oh, you're racist because you think he's a piece of shit for not standing up.
Well, here's the thing. You can think that it's okay for him to protest. You can support his right to protest and still think he's an asshole. The two aren't mutually exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, you can think that he's a fucking dickhead for what he did, but still support his right to protest. The two aren't mutually exclusive. You can do them both. It's okay. See? Like, I think it's all... Go. You want to protest? Protest. I just think you're a fucking asshole for how you did it. Because, do something.
And it has nothing to do with it, but I think the 49ers should have cut him well before this. And now they've got all this negative attention now.
I thought he sucked before he was a fucking dickhead.
Right, and now I think he's a dickhead, and he's still on the team.
He makes my team look like a bunch of ignorant...
He's a waste of money, is what he is on the team. And now they got all this extra stupid attention that they don't need while they're trying to play football.
Yep.
Focus on the season. It's just like T.O. He was a good player, but every time you brought him in, he was a locker room distraction. People were like, "Oh, he needs the attention." No, get him out of there. Get him gone and focus on the team.
Like he was a little kid, you know, like
he was.
Needs extra attention.
Similar to Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, very similar.
I don't understand. These are grown ass men who make lots of fucking money to not be
dicks.
Yeah,
just don't be a dick. It's pretty simple.
It's not that difficult.
And like seriously, like I mean, he started it. I mean, it started on him, but now it's getting worse. Like there's a lot of other teams. Like you got like a bunch of the Dolphins taking a knee for the national anthem. Like taking a knee is giving up. That's what taking a knee in football, I quit. You're taking a knee on the national anthem. If you quit, get out. You quit on this country. I mean, to me, that's what that says.
I don't.
You're quitting. If you want to quit
about that,
if you want to quit on this country, get the fuck out. The Seahawks did it too.
I don't understand.
I don't either. How are we all supposed? We're supposed to unite under this flag together and be one people.
Yeah.
But people who are claiming to want better for certain people are just full of hatred, and they just kill Whitey. Well, that's not equality.
Yeah. I've seen it bring out the worst in a lot of people, man, and like
that's all it's doing.
They're
and a lot of people who you think are full of hate actually aren't. They're just pointing out the obvious, but people still accuse them of being hateful.
I got a couple of buddies, man. We should just make our own rally. Start our own rally.
Just move across the United States.
We'll have the most ethnically diverse, and we'll make everybody grill out.
And then
we'll all share food or something.
And then everybody loves food. Anybody who doesn't want to be part of our group, we'll kill them. Because we're not hateful people. If you want to hate, we'll kill you. We'll kill you because you hate.
We'll teach them.
What is that? It's
like
walking.
That's my pit boy.
What's that?
From Fallout 4. For those of you who... How do I do this so that you can see? I'm going to sneak around here. See?
Up a little bit more. What does it do?
It's just a watch.
So it's just a watch with a walking guy on it.
Well, this watch I can make phone calls and text messages. And want to see one of my favorites here? This is from Dragon Ball Z. So if I just scroll over, I know the people at home can't see this, but just imagine that when your watch changes hour, Goku changes what Super Saiyan level is. See, like right now, he just turned into level 2. So when it's 6 o'clock right now, when 7 o'clock gets here, it's gonna be level 3.
Ooh, that's pretty awesome. How great is that show?
It doesn't hold up as well as I would like it to, but I still love it.
My friend let me borrow like all I want to start at the very beginning.
Who's your favorite bad guy?
That's tough. I think Majin Buu.
Majin Buu. Now, like, so which form? Because mine was
Kid
Buu.
That didn't know that he was messing everything up and fucking people up.
That thing?
No, like, it's really difficult for me because, like, I liked how heartless Frieza was.
Right.
I absolutely love that. But he didn't have the strength to be, like, really my favorite. There was... It's fucking tough, man.
There's that new movie, if you haven't seen it, where Frieza comes back. It turns out Frieza never trained. Not a day. Never did anything. So when he gets out of hell, like somebody breaks him out of hell, he trains and he can go to this new form that's like gold and he piss pounds Goku.
I really liked like how like Frieza's dad shows up and then Trunks like whoops his ass. But like his dad shows up and it's like, oh, okay, so Frieza's is just like a spoiled bitch the whole time.
Yeah. Well, like he wasn't even.
The Tuffles.
The Truffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like he's
GT.
like, hey, the Saiyans screwed us over, and now I figured out a way to get him back. He was all revenge.
Yeah.
100%. But then he took it too far, and he was like, okay, I'm not just going to be revenge. I'm going to take over everything.
I liked Kid Buu. Hands down, I loved the idea of this.
There's so many good ones.
He was a child with omnipotent power. Like, it was literally like a childlike mind. It was a kid with godlike power. You know, and all it wanted to, it was killing him. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like the little one. Kid Buu was the one at the very end. The tiny version of itself that like Because apparently, like, it would get stronger, would fluctuate, but as soon as it started absorbing other things, it, like, watered down its power, but it would give it new abilities. But, so, like, when they were like, alright, well, we'll remove everything, and that should make it into its weakest form, and it turns out it was actually strongest and its purest, and it was because there was nothing tainting, it was still just this child, like,
yeah.
You know, some of the most, like, giving a child a nuclear bomb and seeing what he does with it.
It's a really good show. I borrowed them all from Tesca.
Goku
and I
is
bought
like
the
a Boy
first,
Scout. He's one of the first Boy Scouts you ever encountered.
That's why he can ride Nimbus.
He always does the right thing. No matter what. And
do you realize how dirty Dragon Ball was?
Yeah.
Like, Bulma was going around showing her underwear to old men to, like, get the Dragon Balls.
Yep.
And she wasn't, and when she met Master Roshi, she wasn't wearing underwear. And she, like, pulled up her skirt, and he, like, bloody nose, you know, that anime, like, oh my god! So he's like, his nose is bleeding, and then she looks down and realizes she's had her skirt up for a while, and she's not wearing panties.
Have you ever seen the epic rap battles of Superman versus Goku?
I think I did, but I don't think I was paying enough attention to it at the time. I think there was something else on the TV that I was watching. Because I'll do that, like, TV, phone, YouTubing.
Who can stop this constipated jock with the awful animation and the complicated plot? Who's got the rap bops to drop on Japan? This looks like a job for the OG Superman.
My favorite one is probably, like, Hulk Hogan. And
then Macho Man shows up, doesn't he? It's like,
because he shoots him with the
Hulk Hogan versus Kim Jong-un.
Yep, Kim Jong-il.
Oh yeah!
It's about to get real. Ooh yeah, it's about to get real. Watch me snap into a Slim Jim Kim Jong-il. I don't like to hit little bitches with glasses, but when midgets step up, I stomp midget asses. The Chuck Norris one was fucking awesome too.
We had Chuck Norris versus Abraham Lincoln.
Score
and 55 years in the past, I want to sell more of my beer. No, I'm
here to kick your ass.
Nope. Always epic.
And then fucking like Chuck Norris like snaps at the end. And then I like how they made fun of Lil Wayne. Plus, when they did the Stephen Hawking one, I'm the giant whose shoulders you would have stood on if you could stand. I'll give you a quick history of pain with the back of my hand.
Have you seen
You got no idea what you're messing with here, boy. I just went Jamaican for some reason there. I don't know. I honestly though, the first
Deadpool
one
versus Boba Fett is still my favorite.
I haven't seen that one yet. I'm gonna have to. But I really do think a lot of people disagree with me, but just based on the rap, not who they are or what they did in the past and all that, just based on the flow and the wording of everything, I think that Hitler won the first Darth Vader Hitler rap.
Yeah, I know. I really agree too. And like, I know people are like, you can't support Hitler, and I'm like, it's not. It's not even Hitler. It's a guy.
Right.
It's not like I'm supporting genocide. I just think that whoever wrote that,
I am not anti-Semitic at all.
Yeah,
I just think that it was a better rap. I mean, it was.
There's a lot of people. That's why they've actually made 3 of them. And like they have to.
The second one, I think Darth Vader won. I don't think I've seen the third one.
The third one, it's totally like the Return of the Jedi model.
But if we're rap battling and I put hands on you, you've pushed me to the point where I put hands on you, so I lose.
Right.
Because I lost my cool for one.
Yep.
And 2, you got me mad enough to put hands on you while you were talking to me.
Yep.
While we're just rapping. So obviously you tore my ass up.
Bam.
So right, I mean, if you put hands on the other person, you automatically lose
truth on you.
a rap battle, in my opinion.
I agree.
I love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Well, we just ramble on and bounce from subject to subject.
You know, hopefully you learned something. You know,
we should have had the camera on earlier when we were talking about the war in the Middle East and the philosophy of religions in the past and the.
That was really philosophical.
The pull of the war.
Instead, you got dick jokes.
Religion in the war. Yeah. Sorry, folks. I guess you could have learned something today, but you watched us instead, so it's your own stupidity.
Well, hopefully you tune in next week. Hit the subscribe button if you like. You can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. Just search Dustin Elringer. I'm on Twitter at @ElringerDustin. Corey can be found at where?
Corey Fischbacher on Facebook, or Corey Fischbacher for my page, my channel, I should say, on the YouTube machine. All I got on there is demolition derbies and races. Me and my little brother just going to town, wrecking shit.
Talking robots. Love you guys. See you next week.